No, what about those? Like,
you press the red button on the back when you're recording.
That,
you can zoom in a certain amount.
Wow.
You can see every pore and every whisker.
Watching Mark eat.
I think at some point, isn't there like a
and you pan across.
look
Do
person?
do the hair flip again.
Well, whose decision is this to make?
The
though?
shampoo commercial hair flip. And
This is close.
Then maybe you need to do an end around.
and that's our table. Oh, and there's me.
And there's.
I thought it started a bit shaky. And I think partly because I didn't give people time to really chat beforehand. We got right into some pretty serious stuff. And I think the next time I'll keep that in mind. And maybe the other thing that I would also do is be a little bit more clear about what I would hope to achieve throughout the day. I didn't really clearly enunciate some of my objectives, such as that I would really like people to understand that AUP and how we fit into that and our responsibilities. The fact that I really want people to understand they play a role in sort of providing to schools and the teachers and their staff, but also they have a responsibility to themselves to learn, which was, I think, the best part of the day. As it always is. But I think also understanding some of the technical and political policy type things we have to deal with is important as well.
What went best? What did you like the best?
Well, that's great.
What went best? You know, I have to say the latter part of the afternoon where everybody was not wandering around but kind of going from group to group, and how the group started with an idea and then went to this idea and went to this idea, and I really think that people feel that they got something out of the day. I think just about everybody feels that they benefited from it in one way or another. So
That's good. And having some degree of choice, I think, helped that out.
yeah.
And self-organizing. And,
Yeah.
sharing knowledge. You know what you were saying at the end about this group being a resource and sharing knowledge. We don't sit down and do that enough.
No. And when I wandered around and I listened, like went over and listened to what Mark was talking about and how people were interested in it and how I'd pulled it together, it was absolutely great. And then to see the group, you know, the Moodle group that you had there, looking at what you were doing, and then how you were moving on and showing them different things, you know, and then to see this group here really talking about, you know, bandwidth and some of the issues that it's causing in the school division. And what I like about the day is that at first I worried about it, especially when we were talking about the acceptable use policy. I think that's what threw me a little bit, is that I didn't intend it to get into a really negative conversation, and I realized how quickly it could. And I really tried to stop that. And sometimes I feel that tension.
Yeah. Good. Do you think people would show that whole bar camp style of thing? Do you think people would show up on a Saturday for that?
No.
I think 4 or 5 out of this whole group probably would. And I don't think that's because people aren't interested.
Oh, busy.
Are busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, let me expand that outside this group. What about other teachers?
I think
what about getting together with a separate system and doing something like that?
I think it would be really interesting. I think it would be really cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm very interested. I think that'd be great.
Cool idea. Oh, yeah. So, Gary.
Yes.
So what'd you like today? What's your takeaway?
My best part is just having the time to sit down and talk to other teachers. Is the resources that we're getting, we're sharing with each other, those conversations. That's what I like the most. The structured part was good.
Yeah.
But the time to sit and talk and share with each other, find out what other people are doing, trying to come up with solutions together to some of our problems. Yeah. That's what I liked.
And did you come up with any solutions?
Yes and no. Some things to look into, but not as many as I would have liked.
Well, yeah, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. And that's the ISITS workshop day in a nutshell.